What is up, ladies and gentlemen? We've got part 2 of our match against Kevin here. So he took round 1, and now we're going into the second match. And we're just, getting everything shuffled up, passing them over. And, we're realizing, we're like, oh, shoot, that game took a little bit longer than we expected. So let's try and, let's try and get this second game on the road, you know what I mean? And, it's tough. It's tough. I know that it's a big crutch of mine, and it's something that I'm working on to try and get better at, is that I do take a lot of time to think about my plays, and in timed matches like these, it's tough, and I really want to try and practice that a lot more at locals, simply because I know that with the upcoming, events that I'll be playing in, I gotta do a good job of, being better at that. And yeah, I do choose to mulligan. He chooses to mulligan as well. But speaking of the events that I'll be playing in, this Saturday, May 6th, I will be live on Twitch. I'll be playing in the Treasure Cup, and I'm super excited. I can't wait. So if you want to check it out, I'm going to be starting up my stream at 12 p.m. Eastern. And no, actually 12:30 p.m. Eastern, excuse me. And yeah, I'm ready for some good matches, some good games, and a lot of fun. Just ready to practice against some, phenomenal players and some great decks, and hopefully we can do pretty well. So if you want to come and support and check it out, be sure to drop by the Twitch channel and say what's up. But I do go first. Since I lost, I choose to go first, and unfortunately it looks like we're bottom decking a Vista, but we do pick up a Radical Beam. And now it looks like, I don't know, I can't really see. It looks like we have 2 Radical Beams and a couple other cards in hand. I'm trying to see if it was like a Vista or something. But he picks up a Radical Beam of his own using Nami and drops down Veggie. He'll pass turn. And now we are up to 3 Dawn. Now would be a great time for like a Nico Robin or something like that. But I do choose to go 5 at life. And then I'm going to use Whitebeard Pirates, see if I can pick up, either a, Newgate, or there we go, picking up the Newgate. Didn't see it the last game, so, or no, we did, excuse me. I did see it pretty late into the last game, that's right. But it didn't end up helping me tremendously. But I'll just go 5 with Nami here, just trying to get him to burn some cards, or potentially take a life, getting him into that lower KO range is not too bad in my opinion early against Law. Yeah, if I get him down to 2, he can use Radical Beam, but I'm really not afraid of that. I'm just going to start building bodies and swinging, so he will end up, being forced to use that. But I'll just let my Nami go. I'll take that life from the leader swing. And then with 4 Dawn, he's still got some choices. He could put down like Curly the Dawn. He could put down Bonnie. Bonnie doesn't seem like it would be a bad idea since I don't have, yeah, there we go. Since I don't have bodies on the board at the moment. But let's see, is he going to activate their search, or is he just going to use, no, he does just let it go. So he'll just pass. And now would be an optimal time to try and do a little Vista action to take care of one of these Bonnies, but it doesn't look like we're going to pick one up. We do have a Nami search, and I'm just looking at the cards, just trying to go over what do I have, what do I need. Having 2 Radical Beams, I definitely don't need another one at the moment, but picking up a, Jet Pistol could potentially be nice to deal with 6-drop Law when it comes down, but we do pick up 5-drop Luffy. It'll always be helpful for getting through some of those pesky blockers, as well as, some of the other options that he has, and try and KO, some of the big swingers. But as you can see, we got Jet Pistol, we got 5-drop Luffy, a little Atmos, Whitebeard, so not a bad hand, honestly, not a bad hand. I don't know if I saw a Marco in there, though. Marco is going to be very necessary at some point, but I'll go ahead and take that life, and we'll go down. But he's got 3 Bonnies now. I'm like, oh god, here we go. And he uses Vista, and he'll swing for 5 and swap out, what was it? I didn't even see what he swapped out, to be honest. But he brought out the Vista, or was it swap out the Vista, bring back the Vista? Maybe that's what it was. Yeah, but he'll just go ahead and pass turn. I do counter out of the leader hit. Oh no, I did take the leader hit, excuse me. I'm just confused by the Vista. I think he brought it back and then played it again. But I think he just wants to have one red body on the board, because right now he's just like swimming in a sea of green. And yeah, I need to have something to deal with some of these cards, but definitely need to Jet Pistol the Law. The Law is a big threat at you know, him having 5 on board already. So I can try and bait out, you know, him potentially using Law or using Veggie by swinging with Leader and Atmos. So I'll go ahead and do 7. Kind of a silly play in my opinion. I should have just went 5 or something like that to see if he would rest the Law. But, or maybe even 6, so that he would have the 2k counter. You know, he could have still taken the life, but it was still kind of like, in my opinion, a waste of Dawn. But yeah, then we go 7 again. And I think he countered out of that one, or did he take? No, he chooses to take. Yeah. So down to 1 life, but I feel good now that we've kind of gotten rid of one of the Laws at least. Law is pretty much like the, I would say almost like the quintessential like engine of his, well, I wouldn't say engine, but it's like how the deck thrives is using Law ability as well as Leader ability. So now he has Bonnie though to search and be able to find some of these. And yeah, I need to figure out how I'm going to deal with, you know, some of the Bonnies on play at the moment. Not really much I can do until he rests them. But he is going to swing 6 at Atmos. I could counter out, which I will, and then he is going to play X-Drake. I always forget about X-Drake in Law. It's honestly like a really bad, like problem of mine, is I just continuously forget about X-Drake. I'm like, oh, okay. He can just use Leader ability, swap out something, bring out X-Drake, and boom, there you go. Annoying, you know? But he will go ahead and pass. He did get Curly to Dawn down. And Curly's going to be the only red on board yet again. So, feels not that bad. Because I know that Law wants to have a lot of red. They want to have a lot of red and go to... excuse me. They want to have a lot of red so that they can swap out for Law. They want to swap out for, you know, another Bonnie search. Stuff like that. But I am going to swing 8 here. And he doesn't have a Dawn active. So he's like, ooh, I'm going to have to block this most likely. I could use 2k counters, but he does take care of the block. It's honestly a smart block because, you know, Newgate's just going to KO that Veggie anyways. But he does choose to search with Bonnie here. Probably looking for, yep, there it is, another Law. Also, this is a pretty cool little custom Law that he has. That one of our friends, Tommy, shout out to Tommy, got him, and it's so cool. It's like a female version of Law. It's pretty great. But he is going to use Nami also again, and just all the searches this game. It's like last game, neither of us really had all that great of hands, but then this game he's got, you know, the nuts. He's got all the Bonnies, the Dawns, Nami, searches, everything. Whereas last game it wasn't as much, but I do have a slightly better hand than I did the previous match. It's just that, you know, the board is still in a pretty interesting state. So he chooses to go for 7 here. I'm at 7 with Whitebeard ability at the moment, so I only need a 1k counter. But I do choose to take the life going down to 2, because I think that next turn I'm trying to play some Marcos if possible. And, oh, I'm going to go down to 1 here with X-Ray. Getting a little ballsy. But he's going to bring back the Dawn, put down Law, bounce back the Bonnie, and play the Dawn yet again. So, we both have a ton of cards in hand. He picks up the Otama, which is going to be pretty huge. Otama is just super nice for being able to deal with Newgate, but also, you know, a ton of other cards. I know that I would love to Jet Pistol one of the Laws at the moment, but it's just kind of tough when I don't have any Marcos. It was kind of ballsy of me to take a lot of those, yeah, it was kind of ballsy of me to take a lot of these life when I don't have Marcos in hand. I could be wrong, but after looking when I fanned the hand, I didn't see any. So, yeesh. I know that I'm gonna want to use Newgate's ability and try and get rid of probably the Dodon. I could get rid of the Nami, but I don't want him to have multiple 5k swings. I want him to at least have to work for some of the 5k swings next turn. And I think that probably going to go for that. Maybe a jet pistol at the very end to take care of one of the laws, hoping that he blocks with one. But yeah, that's the idea here is hopefully get rid of 2 laws. But I still am, taking my time, just trying to think what is going to be my best option for some of these some of these Dawn placements. But after Nami search, it looks like I could pick up a Radical Beam or a Sanji. I do choose to go for Sanji just because we already have 2 Radical Beams in hand. And I think at this point I was running 3. Yeah, see, I don't like that. I really don't like that. I feel as though I should have went... Oh, okay, I see. All right, never mind. All right, okay. I see where I was going. I was going to take the double Otama route, KO the X-Drake, get rid of the Law. Okay. I thought that I didn't have 2 Otamas. I thought I only saw 1. So I was thinking, all right, I probably should swing with Newgate first to try and bait out him using one of the laws. But, yeah, okay. I can respect that decision. I like it. And then he uses Bonnie to search again. Gonna pick up the starter deck law, though, to do a little reactivation stuff right there. But now I feel like our position is super, super good. Able to take out 2 of those 5-drop blockers. And he picks up a Beji as well through another Bonnie search. And I'm all right with this. Now he's just got to swing for life. We don't have Marco, but at the same time, we have a ton of cards in hand. We've got I think 10 or 11 cards right now. And, well, actually, after I use the Otamas, we are down 2 2k counters, but still feel pretty good. Doesn't feel like it's a terrible position to be in. Now he's just got to work with 3 Dawn, 2 for leader ability, and 1 for Radical Beam. So he has some options of what he could put down. I think he's thinking of going for Zoro potentially. Zoro, swing at life, use leader ability, bounce back Zoro, maybe play another Law, or maybe bounce back Bonnie. But he does choose to go a little more defensively. But it is kind of interesting considering I have Newgate on board, that he puts down Beji. He's going to have to 100% put down another blocker in order for that Beji to have even a little bit of value. But we'll see. Yeah, he will swap out. Oh, he could put down Chopper. That's right. He searched Chopper earlier. And no, Zoro. Going to use the swap for the Zoro there. Probably just swing 5 with that and lead just to get some cards out of hand. And no, but he chooses to go 6. Interesting. And then I would imagine... oh, by the way, sorry about the camera cut right there. So we ended up having a problem with the recording. My phone actually died. And so, luckily enough, my man Kevin here did have a portable charger. And we put it on the charger and started recording the match. But I did miss just the very end of that turn. But as you can see, it didn't look like much changed in the position. Yeah, I didn't end up killing the Beji, and I did end up killing his, what was it? A Chopper blocker that he put down. So we were kind of on the right track with what he was potentially going to do there. Yes, we use Whitebeard Pirates. We do pick up a Marco. That's pretty huge. I can't imagine I'm going to take another card, but knowing me in these circumstances, I do tend to make some very fun, terrible plays. But there we go. Hey, look at that. Good play. We picked up Marco. And, yeah, I'm going to have to use 4 Dawn, but I feel... oh, shoot. I actually feel pretty bad. Now I have 3 Dawn left, and... I was trying to save 2 for Radical Beam, but now I'm going to have to, just use 1 Radical Beam and put down Marco. But, I mean, look at this. We've done some incredible board clear. We've got him down to 1 card on board. I will go ahead and put the Marco because we are ahead at the moment, and I'm just going to pass it over. It looks like we've got through the hard parts of this match, the rocky parts, and he is going to have to find one of those 5-drop laws if he can, but unfortunately can't. He will pick up the Zoro. And now he's just got to try and like swing with leader, swing with Zoro, play 5-drop Law, and hope that, you know, some of these can get through. But with me having Radical Beam and Marco, I mean, it's looking pretty grim. Yeah, it's definitely looking pretty grim. But he could still maybe, no, I'm trying to think, if he, unless he has 5-drop Law and like another 1-cost blocker, I don't think that the next turn he's gonna have much luck. You know, it's gonna be pretty costly to try and stay alive. He does put down Makino and Otama, which is pretty interesting here. It looks like he's just gonna try and swing pretty big with a lot of these. And yeah, I'm not sure what the Otama and Makino was about, because he can't use Makino on anything this turn at least. But he will go 7, and I will take that final life. I choose to Radical Beam, go to 6. He was like, yeah, I wasn't going to be able to get through there anyways. That's okay. Oh, I see. He put down the... I see. He put down the that card to basically do a swap for the 5-drop. So that he had 5 characters on field. That makes sense. But yeah, he wasn't going to be able to get through on that. Now, I will say that is the end of the match. We are both 1-1. Kevin and I were basically running super low on time. We got down to, there was 3 minutes left, and he was like, all right, dude, are we playing this out? I was like, you know, we could try. And he was like, nah, you know, like, let's just roll for it. And I was like, you know what, that's fine, let's just roll for it. And I'm just gonna cut to that part, and I hope you enjoy it, because it's pretty great, honestly. But other than that, I hope everybody has a wonderful day, and I will see you in the next video. But tomorrow is the Treasure Cup, so if you want to join the Twitch channel and check out some of that, please do. It's going to be a lot of fun, and I'm also going to be uploading a deck profile video tomorrow that'll be a full breakdown of what I'll be running in tomorrow's event, so should be a good time. But hope everybody has a wonderful day. I'll see you soon. Peace.
Oh, you wanted to for it?
Fuck it. Why not? Fuck it.
Yeah, play the game.
Leave it up to chance. All right, what do you think? 3?
Three's fine.
3?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah. High roll? Yep, we're just gonna do high roll. Is that good for you?
Yeah, it's fine.
All right. Come on! Ah.
Oh no!
So that's terrible. That's pretty bad. 8, 9. That's
Oh, okay. Watch me.
I think that's you. That's so gross, I'm sorry.
I thought that was.
Oh shit, I'm sorry.
Oh no! Wait, no. Did y'all tie?
It's a tie.
Oh wow.
Okay. We gotta run it back.
What did I say? I'm not spitting on his dice anymore. Oh my god.
Well, we're eventually gonna have to call this.
You can just have it. You can fucking have the pack.
Let him roll. Watch me roll worse.
5.
Okay.
Oh, barely.
I was gonna say we're gonna have to call turn 0 on the
How
pack.
did I?
On the rolls.
Oh my god, I just got worse. I just got a 5.
What's the truth?
What is this? Alright, that's a bit better. Alright. It do be like that. That's rough.
He's been looking forward to your arrival with great eagerness.